What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the Wallet Monkey channel where we give you all the credit intel you need to grow your wallet. Today we're going to talk about the Synchrony Bank ecosystem. That's right. Apparently this is now turning into an ecosystem, so we need to talk about this. Now if you haven't already, this is a free page on the site, just walletmonkey.io. You'll see it at the top, guides, master store, credit card lender list. It gives you all the data points on Synchrony and Community Bank as well as all the others. And you'll see here that we've got a long list of over 100. I think it's 121. Well, actually, no, 92 entries on this page. How many is it? 116. 116 total store cards that exist on Synchrony. So here's some more data points, and then Community, and then there's a bunch of like oddballs like through CapitalOne, the Walmart card, etc. Right? So anyway, it turns out though that not only is Synchrony Bank a fully FDIC insured bank, but they've got additional products. So we've been talking quite a bit about Amex and ecosystems and, get a savings account, checking account, etc. Get your feet in there so that you can start gathering data points. I'm wondering if Synchrony is positioning themselves in a similar way. And I don't know when, I'll say this right out of the gates, is I don't know when they started offering these savings account products. I will say though, is that they just launched a credit card product and they have 2 more coming. So it looks like this is to a degree somewhat correct, that they are starting to build out their feature stack and take on market share themselves instead of just being behind the scenes and being, the issuer of these cards. They want to be front and center now. So this is interesting to me. So we've got your traditional high yield, if you want to call it that, savings products. We've got CDs, and they've got money market accounts as well. So they've got quite a bit that they offer. No minimum balance either. Oh no, they're just showing a $5,000 example. You get 0.5 APY, and comparing it to the national average, which is really, really bad right now. Savings rates are really down. You could blame inflation, you could blame a couple different things on that front. But okay, so there's the data on that. So savings account they got, money market accounts they got some ways in with IRAs as well. So IRA CDs and IRA money market accounts as well. Next, here's the credit cards. So I heard about this like a couple weeks ago. Someone in the community was like, hey, have you heard about the Synchrony Mastercard? And I was like, what are you talking about? Well, here it is. It's a little bit hard to find actually. If you do just a regular Google search, there's like 3 or 4 different Synchrony sites. There's like mysynchrony.com, there's synchronybank.com, and there's like 2-3 others. It's kind of confusing as to what's going on because it looks like I said, they're like building out different products, and so their domains and everything is still kind of all over the place. But this looks to be a pretty good card. No annual fee, 2% cash back with no cap, right? And you're somewhere between 13 to 23% APR, I think, on this. I'll show you in just a second. Okay, so no limits on cash back. No annual fee, 2% flat, which is pretty interesting, right? Kind of puts them up there with a lot of these other 2% cashback cards. And then they've got 2 more coming. They've got the Synchrony Plus World Mastercard and the Preferred Mastercard. So these are coming soon. I don't know what the difference is. It looks like you got a 2% cash back, which is their premium card, this one here. And then this looks to be 1% cash back, and then this is just your baseline card. So maybe this might be the low APR card? I don't know. So they don't even have a lot of this filled out, but here's what I found interesting is then I go down to the FAQ, right? And I didn't even know this, but they've actually got quite a bit of other products. For example, they've got the Care credit card, which is essentially a healthcare financing credit card that works at over 250,000 healthcare institutions or hospital, off-patient, off-site locations. This card will work at. Didn't know that. And then Synchrony Home card for home improvement financing is similar. Is it works at all these different furniture stores, Lowe's, etc. And so home improvement stores, and then furniture stores and home goods stores. So I thought this was interesting. So they're starting to tie in all these co-branded cards that they help facilitate at all these different mattress stores, furniture stores, etc. Home improvement stores, and they're wrapping that under one as well. And then there's also the Synchrony Car Care card, which is the same thing again, but just taking all their partners that are involved in automotive and bringing that under one roof and one umbrella. I actually like this a lot. This is really smart. And if we look at this in terms of like an ecosystem, if they're building this out, which I think they are, then you get your way in the same way. You either get a store card or you get some sort of high yield savings account and start to build up your history with them. And then, there we go. We start to get access to other products. And I think the way to go would be to get these, let's call them consolidation cards, like the home card, the car care card, the care credit card, because that's like taking all this stuff and lumping it into one in these main areas that you would need, right? Right now, though, I will say that I don't think they're tracking data across the board, or if they are, it's not consolidated in any sort of way. It seems like everything's kind of chaos still with them, because you're still hearing situations where somebody will get approved for a Kohl's card at like $200, $250. Then they'll go get an IKEA card at $10,000. It's like, what is going on that there's such a huge discrepancy between one card to the next, or a huge gap between one card to the next, right? So as of right now, how it looks is that this data is not all integrated yet. I don't know if it ever will be. At the surface level, though, it looks like they're making plays to do that, doesn't it? It looks like they're trying to consolidate all of this. Here's the care credit, 250,000 locations nationwide, like I said. Pretty crazy, right? So I wonder, and you could dig in and find, I couldn't find it, but I'm sure you could if I spent a little bit more time, find the care card and how many automotive that would give you access to. And I'm sure you could do the same for the home card. I thought at one point I found that, but again, so there's the Synchrony.com as well. So it just kind of gets confusing with how many sites they've got now, actually. Okay, so that's not it. But yeah, the last thing I want to say is, on the credit card, it would appear as though the beginning of it is a soft pull. So I don't know if the whole thing is or not, but let this load and I'll show you. This is interesting. So let's find you. So if you're already approved for a Synchrony Bank card, are they just going to pull up that account? Does that give you better likelihood, worse likelihood? I don't know. And so you could go through this, and I think at least the beginning half of this, up until probably terms, would be a pre-qual, but they might actually pull it right here. Again, I don't know. Haven't gone through this myself. If you have, I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments section, and I'd also love to hear what you think about this. Am I way off, thinking that they're starting to consolidate and turn this into its own ecosystem because they're seeing what big players are doing? Plus, they've already got their hand in with over 100 institutions already, and they're starting to consolidate that. Am I going crazy and seeing something that's not there, or are we seeing a big play happening from Synchrony in 2022? This is definitely something to look out for. I'd love to hear your feedback and your thoughts on this in the comments section. Like this video if you want to help this get in front of more people. Subscribe if you haven't already. I know like 70% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed. Absolute madness. Take a second, hit the red button, hit the bell notification, that way you don't miss out on future uploads. All right, see you again real soon.